To like all the way around 360, yes, keep it going.
That's good, I like that. I'm Swati, and I'm a fashion entrepreneur. I want to see that one, David. And I have been serving the Indian American community and creating fashions that are Indo-Western for the past 10 years now.
I'm Shekhar. I work in the high-tech industry in Silicon Valley, Northern California.
We met 18 years ago in a place called Chandigarh in India. It's a university town. The first time I saw him, I see this guy in a red check shirt with a motorcycle helmet, and he just comes and sits there, and I'm like, wow. And my friend tells me, Swati, you have to behave yourself. You want to do the swing again? Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. We've been married for 17 years, and we have a 5-year-old son, Sean.
But after months of house hunting in the competitive Silicon Valley market, they've come up empty.
By the time you place an offer, next thing you know, you're outbid and you start all over again. It's ridiculous.
Now we are at a point where we want to really speed up the whole thing.
So they've turned to local realtor Peter Giovanotto.
When we do find the house we want, we will have to move quickly. So my job is really just to get them into a home as soon as possible.
Anywhere in between 1.1 to 1.3, I mean, I think that's the budget.
Shekhar's budget is good for most cities, but in Palo Alto, they're actually in the lower range of houses. My concern is that they're going to be overbid.
I want to make a studio, maybe an additional room would be good. I love natural light.
They want a large entertaining area for family gatherings, and they're also hoping to find a home built by a well-known mid-century developer.
I would love to get an Eichler. I think they're unique.
Eichler homes were originally designed by Joseph Eichler. They were very popular about 40 to 60 years ago. They typically have an open floor plan and had an advanced look to them.
This is a book about Eichlers. I thought you might be interested in
That's
that.
nice.
They've hired architect Stan Tang to weigh in on what can and cannot be changed in the houses they see.
What I forget to dream about is where is the money going to come from? That's where I just remember I'm Mrs. Kapoor.
So that's where I compliment. She's the creative one.
What do you think, Mama should get a necklace or a phone? My friends say I'm very spoiled, and they all keep saying that, what do you do, Swati? I said, it's your fault. You don't let your men pamper you. I allow my man to pamper me.
Today, Peter's showing them an Eichler home in Palo Alto, listed for $1.3 million.
So let's take a look.
I like this pathway, and look at all this wood. I like that.
The dining room has a very open floor plan. It's one of the things you'll notice about the Eichler-style homes.
But we cannot fit in all our sofas and the TV and the dining room.
Yeah, it's smaller.
You know, this room, I think we could open it up a little bit. Maybe this wall could be cut. Maybe come down here, cut it down to maybe waist height so that it opens up from the entry you come in, but you still have some enclosure.
Yes, that would be nice.
So, Peter, I see some, is that dry rot?
Those are actually just knot-holes from the wood. One thing to note is that the roof itself is not insulated.
So there's extra cost.
Yeah, and that'll be throughout the house.
Eichlers are very lightweight in construction. They've been, at the time, they were very progressive. A lot of technical issues today after 50 years of weathering.
Looks like a nice new kitchen. I will need a big exhaust because of my Indian cooking.
What do you all think of the cabinets?
They seem to be okay.
I'm thinking maybe you might want to consider changing the panels to something smooth and more contemporary.
Can we afford that? Because that would be nice. Now it's sounding wonderful.
Put it on the wish list. We'll do the costing. Yard is good.
Yard's great.
Pretty big.
For this price range, this is probably the biggest yard we're going to see in the area.
There's a full bathroom and 3 guest bedrooms off the hallway.
This entire corridor is very dark, Stan. It's
You really want it light, I understand.
Cold. If it were up to me, I would have no roof, no ceiling, just all beautiful sunlight. So that was the one missing part. Storage is okay in the master bedroom. It's very, very dark in here. What can we do about that, Stan?
Well, I think a skylight here would be great. It depends on the position of the bed, of course.
It's really
Wow.
All right, I got to my Clint Eastwood act. This is unique. I'm not too happy with the color of these tiles throughout the house.
One of the unique features of an Eichler home is actually the flooring. So the heating is going to come in through the floor. It's a radiant heating style. It's great because the heat will come up. You can walk around on a winter day and have warm floors.
And do you guys feel this, or is it just me? I feel a little slope here because I get a little dizzy over here.
This is settled.
It has, you can see there's a little cracking.
Yeah, so that's a significant concern then. When I saw all those cracks out there, I was like, oh my God, is this house falling apart or what?
Where are we standing on this?
We can do a lot in this house. What do you think, Stan?
I think the house has tremendous potential. I mean, it's an Eichler. It has a wonderful floor plan that embodies a California lifestyle. There are some issues as far as structurally. These buildings were built very lightly. It's over 50 years old. So, you know, you saw the foundation. There's settlement in various rooms.
My biggest concern and the biggest drawback that I see over here is I'm seeing it's a lot of cost.
If we have the money and we can make the changes and if we can get the house, that's the big question, Peter. I like something and then we get overbid and then we don't get it.
So far, I've been involved in 4 multiple offer situations in the last 6 months. I haven't lost any of them, and I don't plan to do so. So we're going to be looking at another Eichler today. It's listed for $1.1 million.
That's a good price.
This is a nice kitchen, great exhaust, looks remodeled.
So it's already 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Yes.
The living room itself was smaller in size, so that may be a little bit of concern, but it merges into the kitchen, which is good. Yeah, I think the big thing is if you can add another 500-600 and make it around 2,000 square feet, that gives us a lot of room.
Well, given the cost of this house and your budget, we're well below it, so there's a lot of potential to put that money into expanding it.
And also, you'll notice over here,
Was that a train?
yes, you are bordering the train tracks at this location.
You didn't tell me that before.
Well, you can have faster trips to San Francisco.
It'll come by about once an hour.
So what can we do to block this noise and...
That would be difficult. You can replace the windows double or triple glazing, but that's something you're going to have to get used to.
This is a nice little yard and a nice greenhouse. Ooh, the sound.
You are next to a major thoroughfare, and you will get noise from that throughout the day.
That is loud.
It's an important part of making a decision on this place because we can try many things, but it's always going to be there.
But you know, it adds a very interesting dimension to the redesign and the remodel. Maybe we'll have to make a street scene.
We could put a train station.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Let's not forget, we are from India. We are used to noise.
Back inside, there's a bedroom Swati could use as a studio.
It's actually very
Down the hall is a full bathroom and 3 more bedrooms.
So as you can see, it's a very spacious master bedroom. And you have this very large dual pane window just at the foot of the
Window
bed.
is nice.
Yeah, that's unique.
It's a charming place. Small, of course, the noise is one thing we just have to ignore. And a reality check in what we can get in our price. But positive is we can really do a lot in this house.
And price 1.1 or lower, if I can get that. Think about that, right? So that will make it very, very attractive. Big question is, can we do better than this in Palo Alto?
Well, we can always take a look at Mountain View. I think that by pushing them over to Mountain View, I'm going to give them a better shot at finding everything that they want and be able to stay within their budget.
Today, Peter's taking the couple and their architect Stan outside their search area to Mountain View, where he thinks they can get more for their money.
Hey, guys, how's it
Hello,
going?
Peter. How are you? This is a nice, bright place. I didn't expect this.
It's just about 2,300 square feet in the house. Listing price is 1.3.
1.3? You know, if I'm going to look anywhere outside of Palo Alto, I would have expected a little less. So not fully convinced about that.
At this price point, you'll be able to get into the best schools, and you'll have a very well remodeled home.
Actually, it's also close to my work, which is another plus.
The step
What's your
is
step?
a little dangerous because women walking in saris, very difficult.
Nice windows.
That's a nice view. I like this room, very cozy.
And so you have another sunken area here for the dining room.
This area enclosed is nice.
It's a nice window again.
I don't think you're going to need me.
I'm sure she's going to need you. Don't worry about that.
Look at this. This is
Wow.
fabulous, and look at this exhaust. I love this. This is a lot more room than my current kitchen, that's for sure. Nice.
Wow, I like this.
This is where Shekhar will burn food for us.
make well-done food for us.
You're all invited.
This is cool. This is something I always wanted. So what is it? This is a room which is added later?
It seems to be, yeah.
It'd be nice to just open up the ceiling over here, make it all nice and bright like a sunroom.
She wants to undo what was done over here. My feeling was it's a nice remodeled house. Everything looks new, clean, and white, but didn't see a whole lot of character. Something was missing.
So in here you'll have the master bedroom.
This is nice, Peter. I like this room. Very bright, and I love that space. This is a nice big bedroom. This is nice. It's the bathroom and the closet together. That could be a problem. You know, I don't know what to do about the steam getting into my clothing, and I think only my clothes will fit in here. What are we going to do about Shekhar?
Garage.
No, that's where my studio is. That's where also I have clothes. Beautiful house, for sure. Ready to move in. It's definitely something difficult to say no to. It's making me rethink Palo Alto.
The other one that we saw has a little bit more character. This is good, but it's pretty standard. You know, it's not like unique architecture or anything.
Stan, obviously, you'll have to find a way that we could put something unique in here.
I don't think there's too much for me to do here.
We'll find something for you. The big concerning thing is still the sticker price is high. 1.3 is a lot of money.
The first option is listed at $1.3 million and is located in Palo Alto.
The one with the big lot is going to be the most sought after. And actually, I'm not even sure we're going to get it or not.
Yeah, that is a problem.
It has probably the best feel of Palo Alto, which is a huge plus.
And of an Eichler home. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I love everything about that too, but it is right up there. It's already 1.3.
At $1.1 million, their second option is the least expensive, but it's not in a great location.
I don't have a problem with the train tracks and the noise.
The problem is that, you're saying that now, but once we get in there...
Can I tell you, Shekhar, you can live in
annoying.
the most serene neighborhood in this whole world, and your head could be full of noise. So that doesn't matter. We can remodel and make it into something really gorgeous, and it's an Eichler.
For me, it's the best price. Dollars matter. 1.1 makes me very, very comfortable.
Their third option is located in Mountain View and is listed for $1.3 million.
I see a lot of pluses. It's ready to move in. I mean, of all the homes that we shortlisted, that is in the best condition.
Kitchen was very nice. The backyard was beautiful.
But the big question is, it is not Palo Alto. We got to make a decision, Swati. It's been over 3 months. Your parents have been very gracious. So where do we stand now? I think I'm leaning towards the one with a larger lot size than Palo Alto.
That's the one I really like as well. We may get outbid again.
We may still get outbid.
We should give it a shot.
Yeah, I think...
I always go with my instinct.
And God bless your instinct. As it turned out, there were like 8 bids on this house, and we were actually not the highest one. And when we put in our offer, I did not think that we're going to win this one. But the terms and the contingencies that we had asked for worked out very well.
We ended up paying 1.41. We have the house.
I had my anxiety very well.
What I've done is I, of course, have measured the house.
The first thing that happened was meeting with Stan to figure out what would be the phase 1 changes, like creating an angle on the wall in the family room just to give it more drama. I love it.
You can do it. Go through it. When we first saw the house, we did actually notice quite a few parts of the house. There were some settling. But, they're typical of any old home. So I think right now, we are not letting it bother us. Keep going straight.
There's some wonderful things I found out about the house later on. Turns out that the inventor and the father of the computer mouse was the first owner of this house. This house has a history of making news.
Now the lady of the house will enter first and the man will follow.
So one of the most important things for us was a house blessing.
Every time you have a new phase in life, you start with that puja.